Way up to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yes. Way up, way up. You with us, Jasmine? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and that's Jasmine from the Jasmine brand.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a Thursday, your favorite day of the week. You always say this.
It's my favorite day of the week.
I think my favorite day is Friday.
Yes. That's a lot of people's favorite day.
Yeah, most people. Mm-hmm. But you like the anticipation.
Yes. Friday's like a throwaway day.
Yeah, that's what I used to call it all the time. But then I end up working on the weekends all the time anyway, so it's not really. But it's nice not to have to like get up and do the normal things. You know, everybody's been talking about doing this whole 3-day weekend.
How do you feel about that?
It depends.
Depends on the industry, right?
Because I'm also a business owner, and so I know that owning a coffee shop, we're open 7 days a week.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's important.
You guys you take the holidays like Christmas off, that kind of thing?
I think Christmas we're closed, and Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That might really be it. Just because people still go to the coffee shop. A lot of people go there like to sit down and do some work. So
yeah.
Got to be cognizant of that. But we have a fun show for you today. My girl, Aida Rodriguez, is going to be joining us. She's a comedian. We have Mastery of Comedy every Thursday. So she's here for that. You get to hear more of her story. And I'm going to get her to talk about things that she normally doesn't talk about because she's my friend in real life. So I feel like we can get that to happen. Also, Chris Brickley is going to be joining us.
Okay.
And he has the Brickley Invitational happening in Chicago tomorrow. And so those are like the top high school students. He is a trainer. He actually used to work with the Knicks, but now he just trains a lot of ball players like Jimmy Butler, Carmelo Anthony,
all the hot
J.R.
guys.
Smith, a lot of different people. So excited for him to, and you see him training like a lot of artists too. He did J. Cole when J. Cole was
He's
playing.
the go-to guy.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy.
Yeah.
And he has his own sneaker deal with Puma. He has a lot of things that most trainers never had the opportunity to get. So we're going to talk to him about all of those deals. But in the meantime, let's shine a light on him. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up and shine a light on somebody who is doing something positive. We're all about that on Way Up with Angela Yee. 800-292-5150.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning.
And we are shining a light on them. People doing positive things who we want to recognize, spread some love. You know who I want to shine a light on today?
Who?
Mary J. Blige.
Ooh.
Yes. First of all, just the fact that she's Mary J. Blige is enough, right?
Enough said.
But she also has this Strength of a Woman Summit that she started last year. I was there for it last year. This year, I'll be back again for lip service.
Okay.
And they have also put out the lineup of what's going to be happening this year in Atlanta. So I'm excited for that. But what I realized is the impact that Mary J. Blige has had on so many people. So yesterday, and I'm going to talk more about this and about last night.
Okay.
But I'm being honored at this gala for a union settlement. And so I'll explain more about what that is later. But there was one woman, she's a senior. She said, we're not old people, we're seniors.
Senior, okay.
Right, and they have services for seniors there.
Okay.
And she was asking me about the radio station. What type of music do you play on your show? And I told her hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
And she said, I like R&B. I love Mary J. Blige.
I know that's
and
right.
then she was like, No More Drama is like the theme to my life. Mary J. Blige has done so much for me. You don't even understand. And then she started talking about what's the 411.
Oh, nice.
All kinds of stuff. And so I do want to shout out to Mary J. Blige because as you can see, no matter your age, because younger people, seniors, us, she has had such an impact in being able to like just lay it all out there for us.
Yes.
And be really transparent about things that have happened in her life that I think are, it's very relatable. And I saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that more later. But in the meantime, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150 is the number. What's up, Trav?
Yeah, what's up, Easy?
What up, Trav?
Hey, Trav.
Who you want to shine a light on?
I'm calling to shine a light on all the freaky aunties out there that's about to be on this Netflix or Hulu documentary at Freaknik. And I just want to shine a light on them because we about to see y'all throwing it back with Fred and Kitty Cat. Okay, so we got to shine. And, we can't forget the freaky bum. Because the freaky bums is out there too. Some of y'all daddies, uncles, some of the pastors.
Shout out to the men that was at Freaknik. You absolutely right. I done seen some pictures. I see people trying to get this documentary blocked.
Yeah, people scared.
Yeah, from coming out. I'm glad I have never made it to a Freaknik. I could breathe easy.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I would have made a good Freaknik day. They would have saw me out there throwing it back, and I would have posted the footage myself.
Trav, I'm so glad you didn't make it. We love you, Trav.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all too.
Bye.
David, who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my ex-wife.
Oh, okay, that's nice. That's different.
Yeah, she left me home alone, and I was real messed up about it for a good little while. So I finally got up off my hind parts and got things together, and because she's gone, I'm doing a lot better.
Okay. See, now that is the bright side of things, because clearly there was something holding you back during that time, and now things are better. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, he said,
yeah. Shout out to Jasmine from DMV.
Hey.
DMV, I see her on Fox 5. It's good to hear you on the radio every day.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Jasmine. She's not just a brand.
She's her own brand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, bye-bye. That's how much you say it.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light on them. 800-292-5150 is the number, and that's brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino, what I'm wearing right now. It's available at Macy's. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx. Prayers for Jamie Foxx. He was hospitalized, and we'll give you more details. It's way up with Angela Yee.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Yes.
And we are doing your GT. Okay, Jamie Foxx was hospitalized for a medical complication. I see a lot of people online speculating on what it is, so I never want to say what they're saying because we don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
All right, but they did say, from the Fox family, we wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for privacy during this time.
Okay.
But yes, it appears that it was very serious, that he had to be hospitalized for it, but fortunately he's okay.
Okay.
All right, now SZA's song Kill Bill, which, you know, I love that song.
I do too.
And by the way, people were upset about, somebody told me like they're encouraging people to, it's a song, guys.
It's art.
Like,
relax.
All right. Anyway, it broke a nearly 20-year record that was held by Mary J. Blige. For over 15 years, it spent 16 consecutive weeks at number one on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. It's the longest running number one single by a solo female artist.
Okay.
And before that, it was Be Without You by Mary J. Blige.
Okay. I like that song too.
Yes. So, you know, shout out to whoever made SZA mad enough to do the song Kill Bill. And she, by the way, is also one of the only female acts to have over 30 gold songs, which is a huge thing. There's not a lot of women in that club. So as far as women that have over 30 plus gold songs, the only other ones who are higher than her right now, Carrie Underwood, who has 31.
Carrie Underwood. Okay. Country.
Mariah Carey has 34.
Pop. Okay.
Rihanna has 56.
Okay.
Beyonce has 61. And Taylor Swift has 70.
Taylor be killing the game, yo.
I know. I mean, all of these women. So now
that's good.
SZA is up there with all of them.
I love that for her.
So congratulations to her for having, you know what, her biggest single is Good Days. That's 5 times platinum.
Okay. Kill Bill is probably my favorite.
And that one is 3 times platinum now. All right, now Monique is suing. I don't know if you guys have seen this story, but she's suing CBS Paramount over royalties for the Parkers.
Okay.
It's a breach of contract lawsuit that was filed in LA. And the Associated Press has reported that the defendants artificially depressed the show's profitability to retain millions that would otherwise be contractually due to Monique's production company. So it has been a major financial success for its producers and distributors, but the talent has not been permitted to share in the fruits of that success. So that suit was filed by Hicks Media.
Okay.
And so now Monique has said in a statement, I just want the contractual compensation that I've earned.
Okay.
Period.
Well, Monique is not playing when it comes to what she feels like she needs to be compensated for, so.
As she shouldn't. I was thinking about that when Cheryl Lee Ralph was up here and talking about how for Dreamgirls, she was paid $1. initially, and then still hasn't been given her due share. And I feel like that's just wrong. Like, y'all made all this money, pay people what they deserve to get paid also.
Yep, I agree.
So Monique said, today we filed a lawsuit to make sure that we are fairly paid money that we are owed for the Parkers. Actors rely on the good faith of Hollywood companies to honor their profit participation agreements. The Parkers was a huge success and continues to be a source of revenue through syndication and streaming channels. To further make my point, the executive producers of the Parkers took legal action for the same concerns that I have, and they've already settled. Get your money.
She said, I love us for real.
Yeah. And Marseille Martin, by the way, has been announced as the host of Mary J. Blige's Strength of a Woman Summit.
Okay.
So I'm excited for that. That's going to be happening Mother's Day weekend, May 11th to the 14th. Pepsi is the returning partner for that. This is the second year they've done that. I was there last year.
Okay.
We did a lot of events at the Gathering Spot. This time they have put out the whole entire list and schedule of events. Misa Hilton's doing a fashion conversation. Baller Alert is doing a getting to the bag, investing in multiple streams of income.
Okay.
There's also a morning welcome featuring KJ Rose, and Lip Service.
Yeah.
It's going to be there. Mayel Organics is doing an Inside the Journey, how beauty moguls are made.
Okay.
There's a creators roundtable telling Black stories. Don't Call Me White Girl. Shout out to my girl who's going to be out there too. Demona.
Okay.
And there's a lot going on. So Earn Your Leisure is going to be out there as well. Ayanla Van Zandt is the keynote speaker. So get ready for that.
Looks like fun.
Yeah. And we'll be there.
Okay.
All right. It is Way Up with Angela Yee. That is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. I'm excited for this because this all has to do with what I was doing yesterday. I had to do a walkthrough. This was in Harlem at Union Settlement. And I was thinking about all of the programs and things that impacted me when I was younger and coming up. So I just want to talk about the great work that we're doing and also reflect on things that have, I think, made a positive impact in our lives. All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. About Last Night is next.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And about last night, this is all about what we did last night that we feel like, is something that we want to discuss on the air just to share part of our lives and what's going on, but also maybe people can relate to this.
Yes.
So I'm being honored at a gala, and this is for a union settlement. And so I did a walkthrough of the location that they have in Harlem, in New York, and I was there yesterday. So what they are is resources for East Harlem residents, and it's all ages. So they have different resources for different groups, right? They have the youth programs. They have dance classes. I was able to watch one of the dance classes that's happening. They have a gym in there, so they have like a basketball court. They have boxing. And so people can come in there and get these free resources. They've opened their doors in 1895.
Oh, wow.
And so what they do is bring education, wellness, and community building programs to the neighborhood. They also have seniors. And what was great was with the seniors, they had a computer room.
Oh.
And so you know how a lot of times, like in our family, people don't know how to use like the video. And so you can't do Zoom and all of that.
It's a thing.
Which is the funniest thing. Even like with my grandfather, he couldn't even turn on a computer.
Oh, wow.
He didn't even know how to do that much. But when the pandemic hit, a lot of people wanted to feel connected. And part of that is being able to access, technology to be able to see your loved ones. And so they have that where people are learning how to like Zoom and do things. And then the seniors have activities. They were doing an art class when I got there. So shout out to them. They should be listening today from Union Settlement. And I told you one of the women was telling me that she is a huge Mary J. Blige fan.
Okay.
And so I enjoyed talking to them. One person who was there told me that his cousin was in the group Cameo.
Oh, wow. I like that. I like Cameo.
Tastes like candy. That's songs in every movie. Yes. And so what I love, though, is the fact that they had all these different things available. They also have resources to help people in the workforce.
Okay.
So it's just certain training, confidence building things. Because you know how sometimes the more you know, like if you learn a trade or you're really confident in your ability, it helps you when you go out and you have to do interviews or whatever. So
this sounds like an amazing space and
it's a great space.
Initiative.
Yes. And so it serves so many different people. So I just wanted to shout them out. And I was thinking about what has impacted me.
Okay.
Because I did a lot of programs when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
And so I was in Prep for Prep, and I always talk about this program where they basically you have to test to get into it, and it's a free program, and you have to go to school on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and it's all day Saturday during the school year.
That's tough on a Saturday.
And
for
then
a
in the summers.
child. Oh my gosh.
Not only was it tough, we had to get on one of those yellow school buses, so it was like embarrassing in the neighborhood. But it did help me just be more social with people from different parts of New York, because I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
And I didn't really leave Brooklyn when I was younger. So I met people from the Bronx, people from Harlem, people from Queens, just being in that program. And then it also teaches you more so that when you do go to school and when you do go to high school, you feel a lot more prepared. So it gives you like more advanced learning so that you feel more confident in those situations. And that definitely helped me a lot. Were there programs you did?
I was in a program called Upward Bound. I don't know if they had...
that was popular.
Yeah, I was in Upward Bound, and that was super helpful. And then they kind of helped you, you went on college tours, and they helped you with prep for ACT and SAT and stuff like that. It was really, and it was also social. Like, I met people from different schools and stuff like that. So I really appreciated Upward Bound.
Yeah, so I just wanted to shout out to them, and I was just reflecting on different things that we do in our lives that have impacted us.
Yeah.
And at the time that you're doing it, sometimes you're like, I don't feel like doing this. But
it has a lasting impact.
Shout out to everybody, though, at Union Settlement that's doing this amazing work.
Yes.
And when we come back, Aida Rodriguez is joining us. She's a comedian. Hilarious. Y'all are going to love her.
Yeah.
She was hosting on The Breakfast Club, but we actually went to her show while she's out here. I always go to all of her shows. She's a good friend of mine, and she's going to talk about things she's never talked about before. Aida Rodriguez, when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee for Mastery of Comedy.
Or now.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and the Jasmine brand is here. And it's like a friends party in here, because Aida Rodriguez is here, too.
Yes.
Yay, I'm happy to be here.
Aida, I was so inspired when we did that whole Mastery of Comedy series that I actually have this segment called Mastery of Comedy, and it is focused on comics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on Way Up with Angela Yee. So we're highlighting you today.
Oh, well, thank you.
On Mastery of Comedy and your illustrious career thus far.
Illustrious is correct.
Yes,
That's
embrace
a perfect
it.
word.
But what I love about you, Aida, is that, and I discussed this with other people too, is that the content of what you talk about, because it's very personal, right? You talk about your own life and how, culture and everything, but you also can talk about politics, but you also can talk about dating. And I feel like it's very
well-versed.
Well-rounded too. Some people can only talk about like one thing and stay, and some people are scared also in their comedy to go certain places, but you go there. Can you talk about how you got to that point where you were able to do that?
You know what's funny? I started on the edge. When I started, because I started stand-up a grown-up, right? And so when I started doing stand-up, I was like already a woman. I just needed to learn how to shape it, learn the technique, but I was already going there. And so I feel most comfortable in that place. I think it's relatable. I think when I get the reaction of people who like, oh yeah, I know that too. I feel that too. And I feel like as a woman, especially a woman of color, it's fun to push the envelope.
Has there been a change in terms of how women are accepted in comedy since you started?
And financially, too. Like how women are compensated.
Yeah.
Well, I think, what's very telling, I think Ellen DeGeneres is the one woman who was in that Forbes list consistently. I think Amy Schumer was on it one time. I don't know any women of color who have been in the Forbes like top 10 most successful comedians. So when you look at it from that perspective, there's a lot of changes that need to take place. But I think that, a lot of women are showing up and they're busting through. I think the white girls have been able to have bigger careers. They can be dirty, because they're always telling us what we can't say, what we shouldn't say, what we shouldn't do. But the most successful women in comedy are all kind of dirty,
right?
Have all been pretty graphic and blue.
Is there camaraderie with the white women and the women of color in comedy?
I'm with them. No, I'm joking. I'm cool with everybody. I think I cannot speak on how I know, like Amy Schumer has been very good to Yamanika.
She's on Life and Beth. Where Yamanika's on Life and Beth.
Yamanika's on Life and Beth with her, but she's they've toured with her. She takes women of color on the road with her, and and they open for her. Chelsea Handler also has Sydney. So I do think that there are some some women. I'm cool. Me and Nikki Glazer say hi to each other when we see each other.
Hey,
but women in comedy are socialized to being competitive with each other. They have, they have us scrambling for the crumbs. while the men eat the feast. So I think that there's a lot that can happen to create better relationships with us. Because I think a lot of it, especially during George Floyd, a lot of people were like, I had a black friend. You know, like, I take black people with me on the road. It felt a little performative. But it'd be cool to see some genuine, stuff. I do know that there are some people, like Amy Schumer rides for New York. But she's a rarity. I wouldn't say that a lot of the women do that, but she definitely does.
Yes, Aida Rodriguez is joining us for Mastery of Comedy. Now let's move away from this business for a second and talk about Aida in personal life. Because I have yet to meet somebody, as long as I've known you, that you've been like, this my man.
Yes. What's your relationship status?
My man.
Yeah. What's your relationship status right now?
I'm single. I'm single. I am single, and I'm actually single. No,
Many different ways to say single.
Yeah, I'm single.
She gonna say it again,
but single. But I'm actually I'm trying to learn how to date.
Okay, you and Jasmine are both.
Yeah. Well, you've always said to me to learn how to date, diversify my portfolio. And
so, are you dating right now?
I am dating.
Okay,
I am dating.
What type of guy does Aida like?
I have it written down.
Okay, let's hear this.
Oh, wait a minute. You
she
really
wrote
do?
it down.
Yeah,
Jasmine, write your list.
I don't have a list. Maybe that's my problem.
I have a list.
Okay.
Because I imagine for some guys it could be intimidating.
Oh, she does, and it's in her notes, and it says
That's a
him.
long list, girl.
It's not that long. Listen, I'm going to read it real quick. Okay. Emotionally healthy, honest, loyal, affectionate, reassuring. He's arrived. I don't want somebody who doesn't know what they want to be when they grow up. Committed, respectful, intelligent, successful, tall, dancer. He has to be able to dance. Fun, adventurous, romantic, spontaneous, thoughtful, generous, wise, protector, sincere, passionate, independent, powerful, articulate, and a leader.
Okay. What if he has all of that but a small penis?
I ain't hear nothing about no sex on that list.
Is it that good? That's not on the list.
It's just not for
Public consumption.
The notes that are accessible to my daughter who likes to pick up my phone. I want to be with somebody that I'm sexually compatible with. That's a selfless lover. That is somebody who really enjoys, sex for not just the physical act, but the connection. And this is my first time ever talking about like this ever publicly. I've always really shied away from this. I did lip service and I'll let Shantae do all the talking. But, I was raised to be of service, to be subservient to a man and to just not advocate for myself. And I believe that this is part of me advocating for myself.
Okay, see?
I love
we
that.
got to speak it into existence because you get all those things on your list.
Yeah.
I know.
And go to bed mad every night.
With a micro penis.
And it'd be trash.
But so you are dating though. Like you've been going, okay, but anybody that you feel like I could see myself making this more serious or?
Yeah, there's one person that I feel that way about.
Okay. How do you feel with the success that you've been having? Because I feel like with you, every time I talk to you, it's something new because you also have a book deal.
You know what it is? I'm a child of immigrants, so I never feel like it's enough. I feel like I got to keep working. Like keep your head down and keep working. And so I'm always like, what's next? Because we got to get money coming in for 2024 and 2025. Like we cool right now. Like, but you never. I'm blessed. But I want to do more.
Well, I just want to be part of the entourage at some point.
You ain't a part of the entourage. You part of the family. The entourage is a variable. You part of the constant crew.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, I can't wait till I meet this guy. Well, Aida, let people know where they can find you.
Oh, you can go to funnyaida.com. The Don't At Me tour is happening right now. Phoenix, I'm coming your way May 4th through the 6th. I'm coming to Edmonton in Canada on June 1st through the 3rd and the San Jose Improv June 9th through the 11th. And for ABFF, I will be for one night only at the Miami Improv on June 13th. That and many more dates, just go to funnyaida.com and get your tickets.
Make sure y'all go watch Fighting Words in case you haven't. And you get to see her journey too on that, which I thought was so impactful.
You went! You went
did.
there.
I forgot. I came to Puerto Rico.
She came and saw me in Puerto Rico. My family didn't even go.
All right. Well, thank you, Aida Rodriguez, for joining us for Mastery of Comedy. Every Thursday we do this where we highlight an amazing comedian, and she's definitely one. And when we come back, We have Yeetie. And let's celebrate some women doing amazing things. Queen Latifah will tell you how she became the first. And Nicki Minaj will be discussing her animated series. It's Way Up with Angela
Way
Yee.
Up with Angela Yee.
There's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to
Yes, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Good morning.
And we're doing the Yee tea. This
Yes.
is like really what you do.
I love Yeetie.
All right, well, let's start off with some positive things that women have going on. Nicki Minaj is going to be executive producing and starring in Lady Danger. It's a new animated series from Amazon Freevee based on the Dark Horse comic book series.
Okay.
All right. Also, executive producers are 50 Cent under his G Unit film. 50 and Nicki are like besties.
They like BFFs.
And so that'll be really exciting to see. So, yes, Lady Danger. I love animated series too.
I do too. And I see my boy Carlton Jordan on here. He's associated with this project. So congrats to him too.
All right. Well, shout out to everybody for that. I can't wait for that to come out. I don't think is there a date yet? No, right?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen anything about a date. Now, Queen Latifah, since we're celebrating the women, ladies first, she has become the first female rapper selected for the National Recording Registry.
Okay.
So congratulations to her. She's in that 2023 class that includes Daddy Yankee and Mariah Carey. So congratulations to the first female rapper to have an album added to that registry. It preserves our history through recorded sound and reflects our nation's diverse culture. So there were more than 1,100 public nominations this year for recordings to add to the registry, and Queen Latifah is the first female rapper.
All right.
All right. Now, Timbaland, and we're going to keep this whole theme going about what women have going on.
Okay, I love that.
I want to see when is Missy Elliott coming out with some new music.
Yes.
And he recently sat down and did an interview about it. Apparently, he's been working on her new music, and she's going to be releasing a full album, according to Timbaland.
Okay.
Right? It's been more than 15 years since Missy has put out a full album, but people have been working with her.
Yeah.
She's on Chloe's new album.
She is.
Chloe came up here and talked about getting Missy Elliott to be featured on the album. And he said, we've got a lot of songs we're going to start recording soon, and my dream is to have it out around her birthday in July.
Okay.
That's soon.
That's very soon. I would love a new Missy album.
He said, I want it to sound how she looks. She looks incredible right now. We both look like we 19 again.
Okay, now.
And he said, I know how Missy works. It's got to be new and fun, or maybe not so much new as kind of underground, and everything is upbeat. Some of it has kind of a Latin feel to it, almost a Bad Bunny effect. Some of it kind of like underground Brazilian funk. He said people are going to eat it up, and it might reach a just different demographic of people. It's her doing not reggaeton, but Missy tone.
Missy tone. Okay,
Missy
so
tone.
he said Brazilian funk and Latin feel. Bad Bunny effect. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
And the way that she dances and the way that she's very creative with her visuals and videos, it's already a vibe.
Yep.
And we haven't heard it. All right.
Yep.
Chris Tucker is talking about how he once had to turn a private jet around. He was talking to GQ, and he said he had the private jet turn around from LA and go back to New York. You know why?
Why?
Because he was going to meet Michael Jackson.
That's a long flight to turn around for, to FYI.
And that's a good enough reason. He told the pilot, I'll pay you whatever you want. Take me back to New York. And it worked out because he and Michael Jackson later became close friends.
Okay.
He said he was in New York for 2 days waiting to meet MJ. He said, I took a private jet there. He said, I haven't heard from him. I got to go. He took a private jet back to LA. And as soon as he landed, there was a message. Michael Jackson wants to meet you tomorrow morning. He said he was still on the plane.
Wow.
He went up to the captain and said, I'll pay you whatever you want.
Who would you do that for, Angela? Dead or alive?
Oh, Prince.
Yeah, I knew
Prince
that.
wants to meet up.
I knew that.
Who else would I do that for? Is there a check involved or just
No check
a
involved.
meeting?
Just a meeting. Alive. Someone alive, Angela.
First of all, I don't know that I could be on a private jet just turning it around.
Let's just act like
Is it one of those like Uber jets?
You have too many
that I
questions. You have too many questions.
It is a lot. Because how much is a private jet from LA to New York? I assume it's expensive. It depends on the cost of it.
Angela, please just answer the question.
And right now I'm broke. There's a difference
Oh
between
my
broke and
God. Jeez. Would you answer the question?
Who would I do that for? I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Gail King.
Okay.
You came to my party.
Yes, she did. All right, girl.
All right. Well, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. That was your Yeetie. And these Under the Radar stories are flying under the radar, but we feel like you should know about them. And one of them is a really major concern because it involves your cell phone.
Okay.
All right. And you got to be careful out there. So we'll tell you all about it under the radar when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
I got news.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, well, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and now it's time for your Under the Radar stories with Jasmine Brand.
Okay.
By my side. And these are stories that are flying under the radar. Mm-hmm. Maybe not front page news, all right? And firstly, let's talk about Donald Trump. Now, he sat down with Tucker Carlson, and he did an interview with him on Tuesday night on Fox News, where he claims that when he was arrested and arraigned, and this is the first interview he did after getting arrested.
Okay.
He said that the court staff was crying and tears pouring. Here's what he said.
When I went to the courthouse, which is also a prison in a sense, they signed me in. And I'll tell you, people were crying. People that work there, professionally work there, that have no problems putting in murderers, and they see everybody. And they were crying. They said, I'm sorry.
Wow. Now, oddly enough, right, there were witnesses there.
Okay.
And one person, a law enforcement source, said there was zero truth to that story. He said there were zero people crying. There were zero people saying, I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, there's video footage in the courthouse, and court staff refused to hold the door open for him.
Oh, no.
When he went... when he went in to face the judge.
That's so mean. They wouldn't even open his door?
No, they would not open the door. I don't understand. There's two very conflicting stories here, but I'm going to go with the video evidence.
Okay.
All right. Now, the FBI is warning consumers against using public phone charging stations. And you know how, like, you want to go somewhere, maybe you're in the airport,
Right.
maybe you're at the hair salon, and they have the phone charging station?
Yes.
Well, if you do put your phone on there, you could expose your device to malicious software. So they said all of these USB stations found at malls and airports are being used by bad actors. And they're using monitoring software. They're using some of that malicious software on there. They said carry your own charger.
Yeah.
Carry your own USB cord and use an electrical outlet instead. So a lot of people have been using these public charging stations. You know how you're like running low and your phone is about to die and you're like, oh, can I use the charger? Oh, yeah, the charging station's over there. Go on ahead. Well, don't do that. You could compromise your phone. And so imagine now you done plugged your phone in, somebody hacked your phone and got all your naked pictures. All right. And there's no limit, they said, to what information a hacker could take. That includes your email, text messages, photos, contacts, could be anything. So
have you used one of these before, Angela?
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially in the department stores. You know how they have the ones you could just put them in there and then come back and get it?
I've used them in the nail salon.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm always appreciative when they have them. Like, oh, wow, this place is amazing. I'm coming back here. They have this station here. All right. Now, one woman is saying that she makes up to $2,000 a month. Side hustle.
Yeah.
And that is by selling her toenail clippings, her ear wax, and even her used IUD. Rebecca Blue, she's from North Carolina. Here's what she had to say.
Today I sold my toenail clippings, and the buyer specifically wanted them mixed with my dustpan scrapings, so we are carefully putting that together. Thank you, Tony, for always being a repeat buyer and keeping it weird. You're the best.
Disgusting.
And that's one of the people that is always supporting her business. She's a former stripper turned influencer. So she has 351,000 followers on TikTok. She started off just selling used underwear and socks, but why not take it up a notch?
Oh, my God.
And then go ahead and sell your used toenail clippings, ear wax, and even her used IUD. And she said her earnings fluctuate. She makes anything between $500 to $2,000 a month. But there's a long, extensive menu of things that she can sell. So
this is so disgusting.
Cotton swabs, trash bags, panty liners.
That's took me too far. The used IUD and the panty liners is too much for me.
My whole thing is, you gonna make some money. It's legal. She's even sold used face masks.
All right. God bless her.
All right. You can use your cash to buy her bath water.
Okay, Angela.
The toilet scrubber.
Enough examples.
Flip-flops.
All right.
Makeup wipes. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. And when we come back, we have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, Chris Brickley is going to be joining us. It's a big day for him tomorrow. He'll be in Chicago for his invitational. And he's a very, very famous NBA trainer, but he also trains a lot of artists, like a Chris Brown. He's played with Quavo. He does these Black Ops runs where they get to come in and play basketball. He has a deal with Puma.
Okay.
He's the only trainer that's in a lot of these situations. So we're going to talk to him. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Yes.
And we're doing your Yeezy.
Okay.
Now I saw this morning on Good Morning America.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington was on.
Okay.
And he has served as the spokesperson for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America for over 30 years.
That's a long time.
And they're having a special milestone right now.
Okay.
They have just opened their 5,000th location.
Wow.
This is in Illinois. And here's what Denzel had to say about what Boys and Girls Club means to him.
Why did you want to sing the song of the Boys and Girls Club? Why did you want to be the spokesperson?
Because I got tired of acting, and this was something I didn't have to act. I could tell the God's honest truth about all my experiences. A proof of the excellence, of the need. Fame didn't bring that to me. Accolades didn't bring that to me. I learned it right here, and I've never forgotten it.
I love that. Yes,
Yeah.
purpose. What was I saying? Things like that make you feel so good. So I love to see that.
Did you ever go to Boys and Girls Club?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've been to them like as an adult, to do it, but I've never attended or did that.
Okay.
All right, Rick Ross spent $4.2 million in cash on Meek Mill's mansion in Atlanta. Remember, Meek Mill posted it on social media. He didn't feel like it was going fast enough.
Right.
And so he said, I sold that house that quick. It was for sale for like 2 years. I knew it would as soon as I posted it too. And so apparently Rick Ross is the person that bought it cash.
I wonder, did he give him a deal at all?
Cash, you usually get a deal.
Yeah.
If you can afford to buy something in all cash. I told you I've been taking my real estate license courses. And so I've been learning a lot about, different things like whether or not, because I wonder if Meek Mill's realtor still got paid.
Right.
From the deal or not, because I don't know if it's sold because he posted it and then it would have been something he did himself, and then the person would have missed out on that commission, because 2 years your mansion is sitting, either it wasn't priced right or
that's a nice commission check too, if it's commission.
Yeah, if it worked out for him. All right, now let's talk about, since we're talking cash, is the Cash App. Bob Lee, the Cash App founder,
right?
Remember, he was found stabbed, and they showed a car stopping to come, and he was trying to get some help, but they drove off as, it was in the middle of the night. So we can see why somebody might feel a little bit leery about that, but unfortunately he died.
Right.
Now they're saying the alleged suspect is a fellow tech executive. All right, this person that was arrested, according to law enforcement sources, they said that Bob Lee and the suspect were driving together in San Francisco in the early hours of April 4th. The car was registered to the suspect.
Okay.
And there was some sort of confrontation in the vehicle, and then that confrontation continued after Bob Lee left the vehicle. He was stabbed at least twice, and the outlet says the knife has now been recovered near the area where he was fatally wounded. They said this was not a robbery or a random crime.
Wow.
All right, so I guess we'll get more information on that, but that is ridiculous.
Oof.
All right, and that is your Yeetie. Now, when we come back, we wanted to revisit a topic from Aida Rodriguez, the comedian who joined us this morning, a friend of mine.
Okay.
For Mastery of Comedy. She has a whole list of what she's looking for in a potential suitor and a significant other. Here's what she had to say.
Emotionally healthy, honest, loyal, affectionate, reassuring. He's arrived. I don't want somebody who doesn't know what they want to be when they grow up. Committed, respectful, intelligent, successful, tall, dancer. He has to be able to dance. Fun, adventurous, romantic, spontaneous, thoughtful, generous, wise, protector, sincere, passionate, independent, powerful, articulate, and a leader.
Okay. What if he has all of that but a small penis?
I didn't hear nothing about no sex on that list.
Okay. I don't know if that'll work for her. But we wanted to know what you guys have on your list. Sometimes people frown upon making lists, but I do feel like it is important to say, okay, and not that a person has to have all of those things, but it's important to know what you want.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You have a list, Jasmine?
I do not have a list.
Well, let's put it together right now, and we want to hear what you guys have on your list as well. 800-292-5150. And this goes for men, too. We're not the only ones making a list. Guys, y'all should have a list as well, okay? And it can't just be like big booty. No. But 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. We want to hear about your list.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here, and we are talking about our list.
Yes.
Aida Rodriguez was on today for Mastery of Comedy, and she has a whole list of things that she cares about when it comes to looking for a significant other.
Mm-hmm. Emotionally healthy, honest, loyal, affectionate, reassuring. He's arrived. I don't want somebody who doesn't know what they want to be when they grow up. Committed, respectful, intelligent, successful, tall, dancer. He has to be able to dance. Fun, adventurous, romantic, spontaneous, thoughtful, generous, wise, protector, sincere, passionate, independent, powerful, articulate, and a leader.
Okay. What if he has all of that but a small penis?
I didn't hear nothing about no sex on that list.
Yeah, like it didn't matter.
It was a long list, Angela.
It's not that bad because then I started putting my list together.
Okay, let's hear your list, Angela.
All right, I put ambitious, funny, because, you know, a sense of humor matters to me a lot. I don't think she put that on hers. Thoughtful. You always want somebody that does, like, sweet, thoughtful things. And I put sweet also.
Okay.
Handsome, looks matter to me.
Okay, yeah, handsome,
Protective. I like somebody that's very protective over me. Like, if I call you, like, oh, my God, and I'm within immediately be like, oh, my, where are you? What happened? What happened? Polite. I don't like people who go out and are rude to other people because I think it matters. I don't want you being rude to, you know, a team player. Empathetic, somebody who can look at the other side of things and understand. Supportive. Communicative. I need somebody to let me know what's going on. I'm not going to play guessing games with you because I don't play those games. I'll just be like, well, just go be mad. I put God-fearing too after Whitney called and said that. I was like, oh, well.
Okay.
Anyway,
those are good. Go ahead.
I put problem solver. I don't like people that, you know, see something wrong and complain and then don't try to do anything about it. I want people to be problem solvers.
You want solution oriented.
Also, rat killer. I thought about this today because we can't both be scared of rats. So if a rat runs in front of us in the street, I want to make sure that he's going to handle that and not hide behind me.
So he might need to be a New Yorker because
rats, number one place for rats is Chicago. Let's put that out there right now.
Okay. I always think when I think rats, I think New York.
Yeah, but number one, because there's a lot of alleys. So trust me, that's a deep dive, well researched.
Okay.
But yes, so I want somebody that's going to kill the rats. What about you?
Financially secure, because I don't. Yeah, financially secure. I want to be sexually attracted to them. Driven. Don't have a bunch of kids.
What's a bunch?
Ideally, I would like just like 1, 2 is pushing it for me, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So, faithful, honest, dependable,
faithful.
kind, super smart. I love smart men.
Okay.
Fashionable, funny. I think that's enough.
Yeah. Fashionable is interesting. That matters too, because it's the worst when somebody can't dress and then you have to like try to nudge them.
Yeah, and fashionable, it's like it can, you know, it's kind of up to what that person thinks is dope or not.
Yeah, because I also don't want somebody that's like head to toe name brand.
Yeah, you don't want to Gucci down to the socks.
Yeah, like you can't have on like the Gucci Ghost sweatshirt, pants, socks, shoes, belt, hat, kerchief.
Kerchief.
All right, those are good ones. And you're right, smart matters too. Let me put that on let me add that to my list.
Smart is so attractive to me.
I like somebody who has street smarts too, not just book smarts, but I need you to be like a little street smart also. I don't need to find out that you went and played 3-card Monte and lost in front of the Intercontinental in Atlanta. Okay? All right. Well, that is what our lists are. We want to hear what yours are. And this is for the men too. We want to hear what you care about when it comes to finding a significant other. Because we're not the only ones who make lists. We know you guys make lists too. So let's talk to you guys. 800-292-5150, aka 5150. All right, Charles, what's up?
Hey, Aunt, how are you?
I'm good. So we're talking about lists. So what's on your list of what you look for in a significant other, man or woman?
So I definitely want my woman to be gorgeous, obviously. But aside from that, I really care about, like, is her head screwed on tight? Is she successful? Is she able to make big decisions in important situations? Like, what type of mother is she? How is her relationship with her family? What's her relationship like with her mother, her father, her siblings? All that stuff is super important to me.
Okay, so can't be an only child and has to be very family oriented.
I've actually never been with an only child.
Okay, well, there you go. So they got to have siblings. Put that on your list. All right, well, thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
Whitney, what's on your list of what you look for in a significant other?
Hey, it's been a long time since I've been listening to you. I just want to say congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
And my list, you Uncle Boo, Jerry City Gold Bank. But my list is he's got to get money. He's got to be loyal. He's got to be respectful, and that man got to know how to pray.
Okay, prayer.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. God-fearing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, y'all.
You too.
Bye.
She said he got to get that money.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Did we say money on our list?
That was like that was the second thing I said.
Oh, you did. Financially secure.
Yeah, I don't play the broke thing.
Okay. All right. Well, that was it. And if you want to watch the full Aida interview, which is quite entertaining, you can check it up. It's on my YouTube right now. What's my YouTube? Way Up with Angela? Way Up with Yee? Okay, Way Up with Yee. There we go.
Okay.
All right. And since I just brought this up on my list, I did have somebody that can kill rats as a requirement for somebody who I would date. And I want to tell you guys about what's happening in New York City. Now, I know New York's not the only place that has a rat issue, but they've actually had to hire a rat, what would you call it?
Expert?
Sergeant. And we'll talk about it. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here.
Yes.
And we were talking about these rats. I also put on my list of requirements for a significant other is they have to be able to stomp out these rats.
Rat killer.
Because walking around in New York City, and it was worse when I was on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
It would be dark in the morning. It would be quiet outside, and all you hear is rats rustling around. One day, I was trying to get in my car. It was garbage pickup day. There were garbage bags in front of the neighbor's house, all next to the car, and I couldn't even get in the door because there were so many rats jumping around in the garbage. I could just hear them having a party.
They were having a party?
I had to climb over the seat. And even then I was scared to go. So New York City has hired their first ever rat czar.
Okay.
Her name is Kathleen Karate, and she's been hired as the city's director of rodent mitigation.
Okay.
According to Mayor Eric Adams, she's going to be getting a salary of $155,000 a year.
Okay.
Well deserved.
I was like, do you think that's enough, Angela?
Not for me.
Okay.
I don't think I could still do it for that.
Okay.
But what she's going to have to do is find innovative ways to cut off rats' food sources and use new techniques to detect and exterminate rat populations. So she'll be working with city agencies like the Departments of Health and Mental Hygiene.
Mental hygiene?
Yes.
Oh.
Parks and Recreation and Sanitation. And so that's what she's going to be doing.
I feel like sanitation is the key.
Okay.
The trash, y'all put your trash out on the sidewalk, and it's,
that is true.
And it's twice a week in New York City?
Yeah, 3 times a week, depending on where you live. And so they also have created a Harlem Rat exclusion zone.
Okay. Oh.
That's much of the northern half of Manhattan. They're going to spend $3.5 million. Part of it is burrowing, and I saw this with one of the houses on my block. You could see like holes where the rats kind of like burrow.
Oh, like go down.
Yeah, they can dig into the concrete.
Okay.
There was a point in 2014, they said that there were more rats than people in the city.
Oh my goodness.
Over 8 million. But they said that's not true. There's only around 2 million rats. That's still a lot. I'm sorry. 2 million rats?
Still like a lot of rats.
Yeah. So, we don't like rats.
Okay.
Humans or
okay. You're a thug
rodents.
now. All right, Angela. Okay, thug.
But anyway, just wanted to fill you guys in on that. I know that's an issue in a lot of places, not just in New York City. So
okay.
Shout out to everybody who has to deal with that. And when we come back, Chris Brickley is going to be joining us. He is a famed NBA trainer. He started off working with the Knicks. He wanted to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
But he actually found a way better lane, I feel like. And so we're going to talk to him about some of the people that he's been working with, which includes like J. Cole, Chris Brown, Quavo.
Heavy hitters.
Yes. Jimmy Butler, Carmelo Anthony, Cayenne Anthony, his son, a lot of people. And he'll talk about all of the deals that he has. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Angela Yee is way up. All the way up.
I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here. And international man of mystery. No, Chris Brickley is here with us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Thank you.
Congratulations on the new show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Congratulations to you on everything. I always look at you as like you have optimized when it comes to branding. I've seen you at the Puma store, and you have your own line with Puma and your own sneaker. Can you talk about that first and foremost? Because I own those sneakers.
That was a dope experience. I'm a trainer, and I have my own signature sneaker. Sold out in under an hour across the world. So that was fire. Got another one coming out in the summer. So I'm trying to build my name in the sneaker industry. It's a tough thing to do, but I'm 1 for 1.
How did you get started with training in, celebrities and NBA players? And
So it was never about the celebrities. It was just like, so I played basketball at Louisville, and then I got into coaching in college, and then I met J.R. Smith. And so J.R. Smith was the first NBA player to give me a chance. The year he gave me a chance was the year he was 6th man of the year. And so the team reached out, like, you want an internship? And I took the internship. Me and Melo became real cool. And this is when Melo was like king of New York Melo. So he kind of like put me on. I owe everything to both JR and Melo. And Melo put me on with LeBron and KD and Russ and all these guys. And I took advantage of that. Left the Knicks, started my own business, and I'm here.
Okay. And when he was, by the way, working with the Knicks, everybody got fired but him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, facts. That was crazy. Thanks to Melo, Phil Jackson. That was crazy.
All right, now let's talk about this Chris Brickley Invitational that you have going on,
Yeah.
because we want to get some details about that.
So shout out Bose. So Bose is helping
See what
me.
I mean? All right, go ahead.
Well, what,
It's like
you
it's a
like
different-
Bose?
It's a different brand, like every 30 seconds.
Nah. So I always had this vision. I wanted to get all the top high school players in the country, put them together, make it the Chris Brickley Invitational, and think back when I was in high school, like, what's the dopest event that I would go to? Like, something that has dope fashion, the game's really good, the biggest sports media is covering it, and Bose kind of matched my vision, and so I literally got the top players in the country. It's this Friday in Chicago.
Wow.
And shout out to like Justin Bieber, Young Thug, J. Cole for supporting me in different ways with the game. That's huge. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the event.
Is J. Cole getting back to maybe perhaps playing professionally again?
Maybe. He's actually good. Some of these other rappers and stuff, they're
Don't do
like
it to yourself.
rapper good.
No, don't do
Ra-
that.
he
Because
said rapper.
They get mad at him.
I'm
For
sure.
sure.
How do you define rapper good?
Rapper good? Rapper good is you work out, and if someone watched the workout, you'd be like, this guy's not good. But you can make a video. You can make anyone look good. I can make you look good.
Oh, damn.
J. Cole, you watch the workout, and he can shoot. Like, he's a basketball player. He trained. He put the hours in.
Is he one of the best rapper ballers?
yeah.
He is the best.
Right now. So Davies played Division I basketball. So, you can't really
Davies
compare.
played when I did my birthday party. I thought he was going to do better.
I remember that story. Was that at Terminal 23?
Yeah.
I actually remember that event.
I think he didn't care.
Yeah, because
Because I was like, oh, we got Dave East on my team. We lit.
And Angela's a little competitive.
I'm very
with
You hoop?
competitive. Yeah, I'm super
do
competitive.
you hoop?
I actually did used to play in high school. I could play a little bit. I haven't played in a long time, you
You
know.
gotta see your jumper. Do you hoop?
No.
All right, Chris Brickley, NBA trainer, and he also trains a lot of your favorite artists, is sitting here with us on Way Up with Angela Yee. Now, I want to see what you think about college basketball, but the women's NCAA.
It was so dope.
Because this year, they're saying this was like the biggest year ever, right?
Yes.
When it comes to viewership, when it comes to all the attention that the women got. Shout out to Angel Reese, because
Facts.
from the research, they're saying that she's getting like $1.3 million
Crazy.
in NIL deals. And she's like, look, I make more doing this than I would if I played in the WNBA.
By far.
Which is a shame that WNBA players don't get compensated the way that they should.
Right.
But I just want to get your opinion on how do these women now capitalize to make sure that momentum doesn't stop?
Man, they're off to the right. You say I have a lot of brand deals. Some of these female basketball players have crazy deals, and it's so dope. And I guess now the next thing is like, how can we bring this over to the WNBA?
Right.
So they're not like peaking in college, making $1 million, and the average WNBA player makes $75,000. It's kind of crazy,
Right.
So I hope it can
ridiculous.
balance out eventually. I think it will. Even the WNBA ratings have been going up. So I think we're in the right direction.
Do you train women college athletes or WNBA players?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Brianna Stewart,
Okay.
she was like the MVP last year. I train her. Paige Buckets. Have you guys ever heard of her from UConn? She's like one of the most popular women's players. Yeah, that's like her nickname. But I train a few. I train anyone that wants to play.
Do you tailor the training different for the women
So
players?
women are actually more skilled than men from like a shooting standpoint.
Okay.
Better free throw shooters, better catch and shoot. They're just not as quick and athletic. So
Okay.
that's really the difference. But from a skill standpoint, women are really good.
They always say that about women too. Like even at the shooting range, when you go, they'll tell you like women we follow instructions better, and so
Probably
we're better.
listen better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
that
yes.
too.
Absolutely.
So when I work with a WNBA player, they're like super locked in. I don't need to re-explain myself. I don't need to, and that's dope.
Do you feel you get enough credit?
Yeah, but it's not even about that.
What is it about?
I love basketball, and it's getting everything else I love. I've been able to do because of basketball. I've always loved music, and I've always loved fashion, and yeah, basketball has been like my meal ticket to living a happy life.
And just think about it. He really wanted to play in the NBA, but then you ended up doing something and making a lane that is so different. But probably you'll have a way longer.
For sure,
career.
that's the goal. That's the goal. The goal is to be relevant. I want to be able to like train 3 different generations of players, and I want to be the first trainer to make the Basketball Hall of Fame. That hasn't been done. So that's like one of my goals.
And you're the first trainer to do a lot of things, to have a sneaker deal, like you said, to have a parlay.
Yeah.
On
2K character.
Yep. NBA 2K. You have your own, I saw in China. Remember we talked about that last
gym
time?
in China, which
yeah,
is
they
really
have a
cool.
gym in China. He didn't even know about it.
I had a Chipotle like bowl that was sold nationwide.
And then, he did the Therabody deal. So, I did get one of those for my, yes.
Did you use the legs?
Yes, I do. And my dad, I let him use it too. He loves it.
He loved it.
Fire.
Now, what about Kyrie? Obviously I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, so I was really excited when we had it all and everybody was calling me up like, yo, can we get tickets for the Nets game? Nobody's really asking
You're like the
me.
courtside connect.
Yeah. Nobody's really asking me
You've
anymore
never taken
right
me
now.
courtside though.
You said what?
You've never.
You have your own situation.
Okay,
He doesn't even need me.
He has
as a matter of
his
fact,
own gym
Chris was
named
supposed to
after
take me to a Knicks game, and then
What happened?
I don't know.
I had a workout.
Okay.
I did.
And then I saw
definitely
you
did.
on the screen.
But then
No,
your
I'm kidding.
friend, that'd be crazy. Your friend went to the game and got on the screen, right? Did that happen?
Yes. Thank you so much.
But Kyrie, you're asking about
Kyrie.
You were
So how do I feel about Kyrie? I feel like he's a really good basketball player. I feel like his beliefs, whether they're right or they're wrong off the court, can take away from how good he is on the court. I feel like him going to the Mavs and then they start losing, it's just not a good look. He's just in this weird situation right now where he's so good at basketball, but he feels so strong about certain things that people love to hate him or people love to love him. He's just, he's in that.
I heard people saying that they were blaming Kyrie for the Mavs losing.
Yeah, that's tough though, because that's 5 players out there. That's a whole team as a coach. So
it's not ever one person's fault.
Facts, no.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Chris Brickley is here, and we'll have more with him when we come back. And I feel like he's going to give us some exclusive information that's going to have y'all talking.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are back with Chris Brickley. He's the most well-known NBA trainer. He also trains a lot of your favorite artists. Now, I also saw you could have made a transition and went to go work for Kanye West.
Yeah.
And
with the whole Donda Academy thing when he started.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So when he started the basketball
You could have
team.
been eating sushi every day.
Facts. So you guys know Justin LeBoy?
Yes.
So Justin LeBoy was my first ever intern. No, I've never
You are
publicly
lying.
said this. Yeah.
Wait a minute. The quote guy was your intern.
The dude over here, my friend Milo. Long story short, he works for me now. I used to work him out when he was like a little kid, and Justin LeBoy was rebounding for us, right or wrong.
Yeah, because Justin used to play basketball too, right?
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. So, through Justin, I met Kanye. Kanye wanted me to help with the whole Donda team. And, but it didn't work out, but he was very persistent about
Why
it.
didn't it work out for you?
A few different reasons.
He
I
said
just
you
didn't know if it
can't
was
train
good for my
Drake
brand.
anymore.
Yeah. That's funny.
Get a man.
Well, you might have dodged a bullet, Chris. I have
For
to
sure.
say.
For sure.
Yeah, because I don't know how much longer.
Yeah. I don't even know what's up with
Is the team still around?
Donda Academy?
The team. They
No,
have a
it's not.
team.
I
It's
think
not? Okay.
the school's not even a school.
I know the
anymore.
school's not a school, but okay.
Yeah.
Is that accredited?
Nope.
There was a basketball team.
And they were nice. They were really good.
They had some decent people.
Justin
on there.
LeBoy did a really good job putting that team together. And so it was appealing. And at the time, that was before Kanye kind of went off, on his. So I was like, I thought about it. I definitely thought about it. But the Adidas stuff would have messed up the Puma stuff. There were a few things that would have hurt. So.
And then you also have the gym in NBA 2K.
Yeah.
And so there's been situations when people have showed up.
All the time. So it's an amazing thing. So it's at the Summit. That's my gym. People think that it's like kind of like a gym that you could just show up to, but it's a residential building. People live there. So, weekly there'll be people outside trying to get in the gym. That was actually a few weeks ago. There were 3 kids outside of my building, and it's a true story. It's kind of crazy. And that they asked for a picture, and you take a picture and it'll be like 2 seconds, boom, that's it. So like 3 seconds went by, and dude over here tries to swing on me. Dude over here tries to pull something. Yeah, so it got crazy.
They try to jump you?
This is on something, but then they appeared as like fans, like Chris. So I was like, what? That like threw me off.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm figuring out Like,
You think that was just for it to be on video? So
yeah, I was
like
thinking
YouTubers.
they didn't. Luckily, they didn't connect. But that's crazy. People.
You have security?
No, my manager wants me to, but I'm not like bougie. I don't want to do that.
You look like
But
a
it's
rapper
also-
though.
No.
So you
Well,
probably
he
need
does
some.
do music. He does.
I know.
yeah.
I was going to ask him about Welcome to the Grind, but you probably do need like some.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I say that.
That brings attention to you.
I say the same thing, right? Because I go everywhere by myself. I walk around by myself, but for safety purposes.
But you usually do have a friend or something with you.
Yeah. I'll always
Jasmine,
have
what
my
are you
friends.
gonna do?
Nothing.
Okay,
But
that's
we
my
both.
point.
Do you have security?
No,
Have you ever?
only when.
Like some events?
Like at parties and stuff.
Look, no, only when I had to work on the Breakfast Club. No, but they did have security that walked us in and out of the building every day.
So that's some
But I don't
crazy
need it
stories
now.
about that.
But that was the only time that I've ever had secure every day, and it's also dark out at that time in the morning.
Super early.
Yeah, so, that was the only reason why. But yes, back to the music, the music
Yeah.
business.
Welcome to the grind.
Yeah, it's
I know that's been a tough time for you to get certain clearances and things
for sure.
like that.
I had a whole body of work, and then I realized these labels they didn't want to see me do that because what are they getting out of it? And so I released a Dirk song. I released a Dave East and Jadakiss song, which meant a lot to me because those are my two favorite rappers, two Geminis, two of my close friends. And I was ready to release a whole project. And with the label stuff and the independent label I was under, it was just I could have kept pushing, but it was just so much. I already have so much going on. So I'm just figuring out whether I want to do it. I'm probably not going to do it anymore, to be honest.
Maybe it's a pause.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a
You
pause.
know what? That's disappointing because you were so excited about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
So
that was
many good
something
songs.
that you loved, and then to know that man, I put this effort into it, but
sure.
because of the politics of the music
For
business.
sure.
But maybe it's a pause, and maybe you can rethink it, and then figure out how to do it maybe a different way.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Where do you see your future going, Chris?
Get into coaching. I want to get back in the NBA. So I was in the NBA for 4 years, and once this wave comes down with the brands, I know I'm not going to be getting these deals forever. Once that dies down, maybe I'll coach in the NBA, maybe I'll coach in college, something like that.
All right. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Did we miss anything that you wanted to make sure
Amazing.
that you talk? I always like for you to come and check in with me. So
I appreciate you.
I appreciate
Not
that.
for real.
And I can't wait to get my love sack.
I got you.
No, Chris Brickley, again, thank you so much. The Chris Brickley Invitational is in Chicago on Friday. I know we're going to see a lot about that with the Google Pixel.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to help here.
Appreciate you.
All right, Chris, thank you. And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150. That's 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up if you have any questions, if you need some help. We are here for you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Everybody access. Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Ye.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here as well. And we are getting ready for Ask Ye. That's when you get to call in and ask any question you want. We are here to help. 800-292-5150. Hey, Shaniqua, what's your question?
I have a list together, and I've been single for 12 plus years.
Okay.
I just haven't found the right guy. And I just wanted to know to see if you have any advice for me maybe my standards are too high. I'm not quite sure, but just trying to see if you have any advice for me.
Well, what's on your list?
Well, I would love for a man to be communicative. That means communicate really well. Be compassionate, loving, caring, a protector, and most of all, just being honest. And I've found that a lot of guys nowadays aren't honest.
Ooh, a lot of people aren't honest,
Yeah,
too.
true.
I would say that.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
When's the last time you've actually been in a relationship?
It's been over 12 plus years. I've been by myself. I'm a single mom, and when I date, the guys are just, they're not a good fit for me.
Okay.
I've been lied to so many times before. I'm just not sure why I'm not finding the perfect guy.
And where are you finding these guys?
I've recently been on dating apps, which I found to be such a bum. Then also, yes. And I've met guys just randomly going about doing marketing events, networking events, stuff like that. And then I'll go on a date and they're just not what I'm looking for.
Have you ever tried a matchmaker? Ooh.
No, I have not.
I would say, because I do know somebody recently who they have these services where they actually are human beings who set you up with other people. And so you have your list that you have, and then they actually talk to the other people for you, and then you go to lunch. So it's not anything that's like too much pressure.
Right.
And then you guys can opt whether or not you want to exchange information that way. But it might take for somebody to actually meet people and then hook you up with the type of person that they feel like you need, if you're willing to invest in that.
Right.
You know, it sounds like you're very serious about trying to find the right person.
I am, because I want to find my mate. I want to find, my soulmate, put it that way.
And the one thing that I will say that I feel is really important is sometimes I understand with dating with the intention to find your, quote, soulmate. But a lot of times that is a lot of pressure. And when you date, you should be dating to find somebody who you just like as a person, as a human being, first and foremost.
Right.
And then see where it goes from there. Because sometimes putting that much pressure on somebody, like, are you the one? Are you going to be my soulmate? Can make things a little too intense.
It might
in the
scare the
beginning.
person off too.
Right. You should find somebody that you feel like you're an amazing person. I enjoy spending time with you. You enjoy spending time with me. Let's let this grow organically.
Oh, okay.
You know,
well, I would like to say I really appreciate you, Jasmine. I listen to you all the time. I'm super thankful and grateful that I was blessed with this opportunity to speak with you today.
Oh, see? And so Jasmine's also looking for love, so.
I don't know.
With Jasmine.
What? Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I pray the best for you, dear, that both you and I can find the perfect guy organically, just like you said. Finding the perfect guy organically, and I really believe that it's meant for the both of us to find that one.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll let you go first. You find yours first, and then I'll follow up after you.
Already, sister. We'll have to double date.
All right, thank you.
I like that. Okay, well, thank you for calling.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150, 800-292-5150. That is the number you can always call, and we'll talk to you, or you can leave a message. And when we come back, you guys get the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Hey, Jasmine Brand.
My favorite day of the week is almost over.
No, it's not. We still got the whole rest of the day ahead of us.
I mean, in terms of your show, Angela.
Yes, indeed. You're right.
Yeah.
I know. We're having a good time, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing on this show. We always have fun with you guys, with our guests that come up here.
Yeah.
And with all of the things that are happening. A lot of news breaks during this show.
I know. It's like you have the perfect time slot. And your listeners, I really like your listeners. They're all they're crazy. No judgment. They're funny.
But so are you, right?
Yeah. Well, so are you.
Yeah. Now, Drake Bell was missing earlier, but they said he's not missing anymore. He's talking to cops right now.
Oh, so
he has been found, just as an FYI. I know I saw that was a story.
Okay.
He was with his son on Tuesday, and now they were together at SeaWorld in Orlando. Originally, they had said they couldn't find him, but he's okay.
Okay, good. That's good to hear.
Even though he was reported missing.
Any other updates we should know about?
No, that's the latest thing that I saw.
Okay.
We told you guys about Jamie Foxx being hospitalized, but they did say he's doing a lot better.
Good.
He's joking with his family. They said the medical emergency was serious. Doctors still haven't gotten to the bottom of what happened to him, but he'll be in the hospital for at least a few more days while they perform some tests.
Okay, and he's in Atlanta, right? Was he in Atlanta when this happened?
I'm not sure what city he was in.
Okay.
But yes, so just keeping y'all updated.
Yes.
That's what we do during this time. And what you guys do is keep us updated. So I love when everyone sends me stories and information. They're like, use this for Under the Radar. Or this is a great, when you guys call us up to shine the light on people that we might not know about.
Right.
And today we had a good time with Aida Rodriguez. We also made our own list of what we're looking for in a significant other.
Okay.
And Chris Brickley joined us. He has his invitational in Chicago tomorrow.
Yes.
But he is, I would say, the most well-known trainer for NBA players.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And for artists.
And then he has all those brands, collaborations.
He's not just a brand.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make sure you watch those full interviews on Way Up with Yee on our YouTube page. In the meantime, let's hear what you guys have to say. In particular, I know everybody wanted to talk about their own list.
I want to shine a light on my cousin Seale Smith with her 3 beautiful kids and her wonderful husband. I want to shout them out on the radio because they deserve all the peace and the love in the world. And they be making everybody's day great. They be taking care of their kids like it's nothing. Sierra Smith is my wonderful first cousin, and I love her so much, and I want to appreciate her, and I really want to have this on that radio so she can hear this. I love y'all all so much, including you, cousin-in-law, and I love all y'all kids because they are my second cousins, and I love them, and they mean the world to me, just like my cousin-in-law. I love y'all, and have a great day.
This Ali from Cincinnati. Like, the list pretty simple. I don't want no superstar diva type because they too consumed in they self. Don't want to see monster. So you got to be kind of mediocre like Jasmine be saying. Be able to know how I was raised by Southern women. So you got to be able to, like, cook, take care of home, be motivated, outgoing, be direct, know what it is that you want. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, I was trying to get on the radio, but I just wanted to say one of my lists is honesty, loyalty, and you gotta be a hustler. You gotta get money. Like, I feel like nowadays a lot of people on these dating apps, they just be busting. They be bluffing for everybody, and that sucks. It sucks when you're trying to find somebody.
What I look for out of a person is strong communication. I want someone that's going to be supportive regardless of what the dreams are. When things get tough, I don't want you just to run. I want to be able to actually be able to talk things out, be able to work it, and, find solutions. And, pick up the slack. Like, if I wake up on 25 one day, be able to have that 75 because I would reciprocate that same type of energy. And you don't even have to look all that good as long as the vibe's strictly good.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.